with Mark Davis, Kriska Meinhardt, Luke Rule, Jake Winnikine, Alan Tomasella, and Nick the Doc Skirkle.
What's
Good
up?
evening. I'm Mark Davis. This is On With the Boss podcast. I'm joined alongside Kriska Meinhardt and Jake Winnikine, and we are here a little day earlier than normal. We typically don't record on a Monday night. We haven't done it in over a year, Chris. If you forgot, we used to do it every Monday night. Always a tape recording, but with election night coming on tomorrow night, we're not going to do anything. So tonight we're just going to do a little watch along, probably the first half of the Chiefs-Bucks game. Recap a little bit of college NFL from the weekend, and maybe give a little college football playoff predictions now that we know what the teams look like and with the college football rankings coming tomorrow. But Chris, I'll start with you, man. How are you doing? LSU had an off week. The New Orleans Saints, they lost to the Panthers, but you got your wish. Dennis Allen got fired. So how are you feeling, my friend?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, Mark. I was sad this morning that I didn't wake up to a breaking news text that he got fired, but I mean, a couple hours later, it finally happened. So, I mean, hey, the devil's out of there. He's out of there.
Which sucks, though, because I wish he got fired after this week, because that trend of normally the team wins after they fire a coach. You play my team. So, unfortunately, if you're betting, bet the Saints this week just because of that recent trend.
Yeah.
Typically how it works.
Yeah, our interim head coach, Riz, special teams coordinator, he had his little press conference today, and, I mean, he had me fired up. So, hopefully he has the boys fired up.
I mean, the Jets lost after they fired their coach, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah, so I'm saying that's the recent history of coaches or teams typically play pretty well after they fire their coach. Jake,
Also
how are
the
you doing,
Jets.
man? I know it's been a little over a week since we've been in here. We took the week off because I was on vacation. Everyone had stuff going on. How are you doing, man? The Niners were on a bye week now. Christian McCaffrey's practicing. The Gators lost DJ Lagway. So how's it looking, man?
Actually, DJ said he might play against Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. But it's like he has to have a very good week in practice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm doing all right. Niners had a bye week, but we're getting healthy. 4 starters might be returning coming up in this Bucks game, so that'd be nice. Greenlaw's still. No, I'm not going. Greenlaw's Sunday's my kid's birthday, so I would be divorced. I would be divorced if I try to go to a Niners game.
Take the kid.
Right. But yeah, doing good. Hanging out.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I know last time we talked, the World Series was about to kick off, and unfortunately the Yankees lost in 5. I was almost close on game 1. I was close to running my car into the Welcome to Florida sign as you're passing. I was literally just about to hit Florida as soon as we lost on the walk-off grand slam to Freddie Freeman. And besides that, though, the Longhorns, last time we played was Vanderbilt. We did survive that game. And then the Falcons 2-game winning streak. The Tampa Bay Falcons game was pretty fun. The Bucks-Falcons game and Raymond James was a great time. Falcons did beat down on the Cowboys, and it was a closer game than the score said, but it wasn't that close in my opinion. But Falcons 6-3. Last time we were 5-3, boys, by the way. Falcons made the Super Bowl. So just place those bets now. It might be a Super Bowl year for old Kirk Cousins and the Dirty Birds. But no, I'm doing great, boys. Doing great. Just watching a little Monday Night Football now. Hey, I need 24.67 points from Baker Mayfield to win Dynasty.
Yeah, I need points from Baker too.
Hey, feeding Travis Kelce early right now.
Yeah. Tony missed a chance, boys, to make 5,500 plus in 2 parlays. He hedged and made like 40-something hundred. He called and he's like, "Oh, Taylor Swift's there, by the way, guys." But he had a chance to make it, and he called freaking out, so he hedged. I was like, "Dude, the Chiefs are winning this game." I mean, I would take the risk. I don't care at that point. You got to go for it. The Chiefs are winning this game. There's just no way.
Yeah, for real. I mean, even freaking Bucks on the receivers out today.
All of them.
The rookie's out.
Jalen Millen's out?
Yeah. He's not even playing tonight.
There's no way they called that a catch. I thought Worthy just stepped out before he caught it.
No, he caught it.
I mean,
that was a catch.
I throw that challenge flag if I'm.
That man can just run straight, you know?
You got to throw that flag. He's out. Yeah, his heel never hit the ground. Yeah, half his foot's out of bounds, both feet. Yeah, you got to throw it. You got to throw the flag. But, boys, I mean.
That's why you wear white cleats, you know?
Hey,
yeah, for
Patrick Mahomes said that too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's why you wear white cleats.
So, guys, do you guys want to start? I mean, I know it was a pretty big week, but we can start, Chris, with your guy, Dennis Allen fired. I mean, so like now the question is, what do the Saints do from here? I understand this year's a wash. So what do you guys do now going forward?
Yeah, I mean, big wash here. They need to just fucking trade or get whatever they can for some cap relief. And whatever head coach that they're gonna hire next year, they're gonna have to sell him long term, because this isn't gonna be a quick 1-2 year turnaround. This guy's gonna have to be here a long time to turn this team around.
Obviously I have no love lost for you guys. I feel bad for whichever quarterback you guys draft, because you're going to waste the rookie contract, because like you said, you've kicked that can down the road so many years. And I said it's going to bite y'all in the ass eventually. And now it's going to bite this coach, whoever the coach is. And I know you want Ben Johnson, Chris, but if Ben Johnson's there, I understand like the Commanders with Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud with Texans, they came into a better situation because at least the teams had cap. They had money to go sign these guys, to do moves, to whatever had to be done, and you guys don't have that fortunate, pleasure of having that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rough 1 or 2 years for whatever coach comes on.
The question is, Jake, would a guy like Ben Johnson or one of these hot candidates do? They stay away from the Saints, or do they just go get some bridge coach?
I think a new guy like Ben Johnson or something, I don't think they take the Saints job. No. Like I don't know if they're, but then again, they can make it their own team because it's a legit full complete rebuild. But I don't know. I mean, I knew he was getting fired today. I mean, you guys saw the Alvin Kamara interview yesterday where he was like, "We have studs here." He named like every player on the team. He was basically saying that players aren't the problem.
I mean, you have former players, and you even have family members like making posts about it.
But I know.
Well, I mean,
but who would they trade? Who would they trade? You don't want to let Kamara go, right?
Lattimore.
I don't think they're trading. I don't think they're trading anybody by tomorrow.
Well, yeah, Kamara I don't think goes because he just got paid, unless someone wants to take over that contract right away. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe offseason you trade guys. That's probably
maybe.
where. I mean, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, who all do you guys have that's so, like, why is the cap so much every year? Like, that's my questions. How are you guys negative 90 plus?
Hey, they just keep pushing it.
Yeah, but who are you pushing still? Like that's the things. Like, are you still like? I mean, I know Derek Carr got paid. He's got 2 years left, right? But who else are you pushing?
I think there's just some dead cap. There's a lot of dead cap, I think, with guys that are leaving. And because we pushed it.
You don't get dead cap for retirement, do you? Like, does Drew Brees get dead cap if he retires?
No, I think he does, because I think he was still hitting the cap like 2 years after he retired.
I think that's crazy that you would, as a team, would be penalized for someone retired. Like, that's not your fault. Like, you didn't release him.
Well, I don't think. I mean, it's the guaranteed part of it. I think like if he signed like a 5-year deal and retires at year 2, he's not getting that 3 years of playing time, but he'll get the guaranteed money that they offered him, and if they spread that out, he's still going to be getting that.
Okay.
Like, if he won't be getting his yearly for the years he didn't play, but all that guaranteed money that they were owed, I believe that's what it is.
Okay. No, it's just a crazy situation, Chris. And I know you want Ben Johnson. I've been saying Ben Johnson, like I said, this year, he would be a great coaching candidate. I still think that he maybe waits like a Buffalo Bills if they let go of McDermott. But if he comes to New Orleans, I just think it's going to – unfortunately, it's not going to be good for him. It's going to be one of those where can he turn around the whole franchise in a few years? If he can't, then that's a bad look on him. And does that affect him, maybe a second job if he can't survive in New Orleans? I think you might try and get more of an experienced coach, maybe a guy that goes on his second chance. I think that's the route that someone's going to go for the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, like Jake said, the Saints are going to have to fucking sell that. Hey, you can come here and this is your baby. You can do whatever you want with it. Have fun with it. And they're going to have to sign. It's not gonna be a 2 or 3 year contract. Like I said, this is going to have to be like a 5-6 year big ass contract. And Gail's willing to do it. I mean, she loves the Saints. And like I mentioned earlier in our chat, was that she met with all the players last week, and they all pretty much said the same thing, was that Dennis Allen lost the locker room and he wasn't it. So, I mean, this firing was bound to happen.
Yeah. If I'm a head coach coming in, I want in my contract that I got a minimum of 5 years, because the first 3 years can't count against me because it's going to be terrible. Like, I need some reassurance that I got years to build this.
You gotta be patient. I mean, that's what it's honestly like. You should do that with teams, though. I mean, like, you can't expect a guy like to do what D'Amico Ryans and Dan Quinn's doing. Like, you can't expect year one every single time turn around. Like, you have to give the same thing with like quarterbacks. I understand we're gonna probably talk Caleb Williams tonight and how he's looking, but like, I understand Jake's always quick to call a guy a bust, and I always wait to at least year two to make that, because like you don't know what year one and year two is gonna look like. So like, I want to see, like, you have to give all of these players and coaches room to grow. You can't just expect year one to say, all right, well, they're done, or year two, like, they're done. Like, you put them in a bad situation. It's not like the Bills, for example. If McDermott gets fired, the Bills are in a kind of a better situation because you have an established quarterback, you have better pieces around him. So it's like you expect to win right away there. But in New Orleans, you're now in, like you said, kind of rebuild mode with aging players. So you have to give that person at least 3 to 4 years to show any potential. Kind of like a college coach.
Yep.
Like Brian Keller. Man's a beast now, huh?
Hey, he's winning some games, and top 3 recruiting class right now. So
yeah, big game tonight. Hey, big game this weekend, Chris. We'll be watching it somewhere.
Hey, very, very big game. College game day is in Baton Rouge. Excited to see who they bring in for their guest picker. Love to see it. Hopefully it's, I don't know who it would be.
I mean, is there anyone? Yeah, Baker shot an interception there. But speaking of Baker, let's talk a little bit of Tampa Bay and Kansas City. We haven't had a chance to preview a game in a couple weeks. So what does Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers need to do with the guys that Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, they're out? What do the Bucs need to do to literally pull this upset off in Arrowhead?
Not throw most interceptions like that.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about ball security. It's about making smart plays, pretty much game manager, not try to make big plays, and establish that run game with Rashid White and Bucky Irving. I
would love to see a Baker Mayfield, Patrick Mahomes college throwback here.
The Bucs have no shot. I don't know what they can. I don't even think fully healthy they'd have a shot in this game, but without their top 3 receivers, like it's just not going to happen tonight.
You just have to match so first the Bucs defense has to show up. Their defense isn't the best defense. They're probably like average, just maybe below average. So they have to kind of just contain the offense, hope that Baker. Honestly, I think the defense needs to give up no more than 17 points. I think if you can let Baker score 17, I think that's realistic. But like you said, Chris, like with Atlanta, they got the running backs and the tight end Kate Otten going pretty early. And that was kind of the theme of the Falcons-Bucs game. So we saw Kate Otten trying to be used early. It looks like he's targeting his running backs out of the backfield. Nikhil Hardman looks like he just got.
Hardman's done.
Yeah, he's on the sideline.
He's hurting.
He's hurting right now, boys. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to see. I want to see a good Texas Tech Oklahoma throwback game right here. I do love for Patty and Baker just to light up the scoreboard.
I don't think we're gonna.
I know. I just need about 25 points in fantasy from them. Maybe garbage time TDs. How much you down, Jake?
I am down.
In which league? Is it ours or a different one?
No. I'm down 28. I got Baker and Butker.
You down how much?
I'm down 28. I got Baker and Butker.
That guy has nobody left?
You can do it.
Yeah, you have a chance. You just need the Chiefs to just kick like three or four, like 40, 50-yard field goals, and then let Baker have an average game, and then there you go.
I know.
But, boys, let's move to the Detroit Lions while it's a commercial break. They had a game, first place in the division against the old Green Bay Packers, and I get it was a 10-point game. The Packers scored a late touchdown, but man, oh man, do those lines look dominant. Without Aiden Hutchinson, by the way, the defense has been really good. So, Jake, I know you mentioned on Discord, Zadarius Smith has been a hot name floating around, potentially going to be traded by tomorrow at the 4 p.m. deadline. How impressed are we with the Detroit Lions right now?
Oh yeah, they look good. I mean, Goff's playing great. Like they got the talent. I mean, I probably have them as the second best team in the NFL right now. I got Ravens
first?
number one. My Ravens.
I'm opposite. I flip them.
I mean, they got the leading passer and the leading rusher on the same team. I mean, it's hard to bet against the Ravens right now. But no, Lions look good. I'm excited by the time that Lions-Niners play. It should be hopefully fully healthy. So we'll see what's up. But no, they look good.
Lions going to wear y'all down, boy.
Can McCaffrey be back? That's
fine. Hey, I had them winning week one before the season, and I thought McCaffrey was going to play all year.
Yeah.
I'm a fanboy, though. That's what Luke calls me. So I'm a closet fan for a little while. I like the story. It's a good story. It's new.
And Josh Allen.
Exactly.
A lot of people.
No, it's just
a lot.
Jake, you know, I've been on Josh Allen's wagon for years now. I had to deal with it. I remember Alan and Chris, you were in the chat then. So that 13-second game, he literally blamed Josh Allen for losing that game, for leaving Mahomes 13 seconds. He was literally ripping Josh Allen. I was like, I don't know what more you want your quarterback to do. I mean, he scored with 13 seconds left. Your defense can't stop him that much time. That's an issue. But no, it's Falcons, obviously, who I want to win. But if it's not them, I like to see Buffalo, Detroit win. It's cool. It's new for the league. Neither team won the Super Bowl. Good for Goff, too. Good for Goff and Allen. They're playing pretty good. I thought Josh Allen was going to be a turnover machine, too, Jake. That's what I was hearing all offseason.
He was going to be what?
A turnover machine. Or is it not arrived yet?
No. I said Buffalo wasn't going to be good. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, y'all were up Josh Allen for his turnovers, too.
I said he's going to try to do too much. He's probably going to throw some turnovers for sure.
I feel like he's actually done. I feel like he's actually calmed it down. He's actually playing He was playing smarter ball this year.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of Buffalo at all.
Why not?
Because they're not going to beat him in playoffs.
They have a good run game. Mark Cooper should be healthy by then. Defense is actually playing pretty decent.
Defense, when it's playoff time, they're going to get torched.
Hopkins is having a decent game so far tonight too.
Yeah, he is. He probably finally knows the playbook.
Trying to get a trade dynasty, man. Any of y'all want to give him a receiver in dynasty?
Yeah, I got St. Brown. I want this first-round pick, next first-round pick, and a third first-round pick.
If you didn't give up that much for a quarterback, I'm not giving you that for a receiver.
I don't even know what receivers I have. Who do I have?
Yeah.
Puka hasn't done shit. So
I've been looking at Drake London from Chris, but I don't know if he's willing to give him up.
I'm not willing to give up.
I think someone sent me an offer for Hopkins, but then I went and looked and it was gone. So I don't know.
It's just a dynasty. Oh yeah, I was thinking it was Riz. What were you saying, Chris?
So I ain't giving up shit.
Why? You need picks, and
we're
potentially going to also be cutting the rosters again next year. The size.
I'll give you fab money. I can cut a lot of people on my roster.
So I think what we're thinking about doing. I was talking to Riz.
I have a lot of people on my roster I can cut.
Well, so we're going to be.
Team.
Well, that's what I was saying. So we're going to be cutting probably, I think, 3 roster spots. We're going to, make it 9 starters, 9 bench. And then what we're going to do then is obviously you have your rookie draft pick. So you could potentially be cutting. I mean, I know, like, for example, Daddy Aaron, he's going to be cutting a lot of guys. He's got a lot of draft picks.
Oh, whoa. What a horrible play.
Yeah, that was bad.
How did that ball switch over to him?
Jake, what you got on the TV behind you, man? What game is that?
I don't know.
Golden State?
Is that
he's looking good.
What league is that?
Great.
That's the CBA, Charmin Basketball Association.
Steph Curry's back tonight.
It's the Charmin Basketball Association, Chris. CBA. Yeah, he says they're soft. Actually, and hopefully Doc's doing all right. He's not going to be able to make it tonight.
We only have 1 loss, and that was the game Curry got hurt.
I want you to know something. Doc calls a lot of people soft. That motherfucker's sick every week.
Tonight, he's actually got a good reason. We can talk off air about that one. He called me. He actually felt really bad. He apologized. I was like, dude, you don't have to apologize.
That man went ghost though after last week's Bears match.
And this week, everybody was riding him in Discord.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, I don't care what he was saying. It sounded like he was giving Caleb a pass. That's the way I was reading it. He's like, oh, Keenan Allen drops the ball a lot. And so, like, he was ripping Lamar Jackson last week. I'm like, well, if Lamar has got Mark Andrews, who's got the second worst hands, how come Caleb can't overcome the same thing that Lamar's overcoming?
Keenan Allen didn't drop much last year either.
He says he did.
Yeah, no, Keenan Allen used to be sure-handed. Like, he looks terrible this year.
And then you got DJ Moore running off to the sideline during a play.
Yeah, what was that?
It wasn't hurt. And like I saw people saying,
I need to see more of the video because I want to know. Like,
he walked off as soon as he stepped. He touched out of bounds. He left. He walked out. And it's not the fact that like there you go, Jake got a 40-yard kick from Bucker.
He made it.
Yeah, he made it down the middle. But yeah, it's not the fact that he because once you go out of bounds, you can reestablish yourself as a receiver.
Hey, he didn't want to reestablish himself. He said, "I'm going to sit on this bench."
And that was early. It was like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. That was terrible. That was a horrible look.
It wasn't like they were already getting blown out, and then he decided to walk away. And then you have Tyreek Stevenson, who he pretty much walked out of practice because he realized he was going to be benched for a little while during the game.
Not be a starter. Yeah,
that's poor. That's poor. I don't know, man. Chicago's falling apart. They're just falling apart a little early.
It's like
typical Chicago.
They don't want to play for their city. They're giving up on their city.
Doc hopping on the Vikings bandwagon here. He bought a ticket from Riz. So
this is like the quietest NFL deadline ever, though. Like I'm not hearing.
Well, like Schefter said. I mean, we already had 4 receivers get traded before the deadline. I mean, you're not going to see. He says unless you see a curveball, you're not going to see any big names. You might see like a Thielen or like a Zadarius Smith, but you're not going to see any like superstar names like a Crosby or Myles Garrett.
Everybody's hurt also.
But we have seen 4 trades, though. We saw Deontay Johnson, Hopkins, Cooper, and Devontae Adams. So we've seen trades already. And football is not typically like baseball and basketball where you're getting those mega trades at the deadline either.
Oh yeah, I agree. But I mean, there's just nothing. Like Zadarius Smith's the only name that's even being floated around. Usually, there's at least like rumors.
I mean, I don't think anyone. I don't know. I think was it the interim coach said everything's on the board still. Like, I mean, the coach did say everything's on the board. I don't know if that means like switching up play callers, switching up coaches, personnel, like all that stuff. I don't know if he meant that, or if he meant like trading players. So,
what the heck is this? Huh? It says. It said. I mean, this is a rumor. Obviously, don't take this for a grain of salt. But Niners just skyrocketed to Vegas's odds to trade for Tyreek Hill. Huh?
He has afford him?
I don't. Like I said, it's just a random rumor. I just got on Twitter to see if there's anything. And then right away, it was that. I was like, oh, shoot.
Boys, I'm having PTSD. Last time we recorded like this, and I was in the living room, was the night that we drafted Michael Penix. So I've got a little bit of PTSD right now. I'm like, it's triggering me.
Oh man,
I can't wait. I was actually thinking earlier about because we're halfway through the season. I've been thinking about the draft, already looking at some mocks and all that. I'm actually excited for the draft season, even though we haven't made the playoffs yet. Just kind of the entertainment we're gonna have. I know it's a little early, but it's not early for some of the bad teams like Chris. Chris, which quarterback do you want?
None of them, personally.
I agree.
Single fucking one.
I like Cam Ward. I don't know. I'm a big Cam Ward guy.
I mean, there's some of them that I like, but none of the guys are going to be year one starters.
Exactly.
I mean,
and it's not like I want us to fucking draft a guy and be like, hey, sit behind Derek Carr and learn from him. You know?
Well, why wouldn't you? If you're rebuild mode, why don't you get a guy that can learn by a vet.
I don't want
Because
him
you
to
don't want
learn by
you don't want
Derek
someone
Carr.
exactly.
I don't fuck him to learn from Derek Carr.
All right.
Fucking bring Drew Brees and get him to fucking coach him up.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's a bad idea to go quarter. I mean, I think New England, if they get the first pick, I think they might trade back. They might trade out of that pick. I mean, they need so much. Jacksonville, I think right now, Jacksonville's number 2. I think they would stay put. And the Saints right now, Chris, number 3. So maybe New England attempts maybe like the Raiders. What's funny is every time the Raiders lose, Shador Sanders posts a tweet. Like he's over here tweeting, and it's coincidentally about the Raiders. So is that a sign that maybe he's going to be a Raider next year?
Yeah, I mean that's where everyone's linking him to is the Raiders, but there's going to be a lot of quarterback needy teams, and I don't like any of the quarterbacks coming out. So I mean it's going to be a rough couple years for a lot of teams because what you got Saints, you got Raiders, you got Colts. I mean,
I don't know. I don't think the Colts will give up right away. I don't think the Colts do give up right away.
No, Colts hold strong one more year.
They might wait
one more year
with not getting a quarterback.
Yeah, they try Anthony Richardson. Flacco? No, they try Anthony Richardson one more time.
They'll put AR back in eventually.
But they already announced that it's Flacco the rest of the year too. I don't know if you can go back at this point.
Next year, that's what Chris is saying. I agree with Chris. Next year,
I think they trade him.
I don't think they're trading him.
Who would trade for him though?
Like what that
exactly. I mean, like, who's going to trade for him?
Hey, was that dirty?
That
is this going to hold
that whip around?
The whip on his ankle. He had his ankle. And he did that whole freaking.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't like the Charger. The Herbert one was dirty. That one was Baker's actually trying to get out of it. He's actually trying to get him around down.
I want to see a replay. Did they show a replay? You're ahead of me, right?
Mark's ahead for like 2 seconds.
They haven't shown a replay yet. No, they didn't show a replay. You gotta rewind it. But no, I didn't think it was dirty. I mean, because Baker was trying to make a move out of it. Oh, yeah, they're only showing a replay of the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
They call it a soft hold though.
Oh yeah.
Where was that? Was the hold? The touch of the shoulder pad?
He slightly grabbed the jersey,
and then the arm.
I think Tampa just needs to stop running it. They just need to let Baker be Laser Mayfield tonight. Let him be a gunslinger.
But Baker's been throwing picks too, so I don't know.
Hey, you're not going to win running the ball 2 yards a carry. Like the Bucs are one of the worst rushing offenses. And to be honest, if you're going to use Rachaad White, use him as a pass catcher. Bucky's actually a better runner.
Yeah, I know. I mean, both
is it a little? Let's just do it now. Hey, tomorrow college football playoff predictions coming out. I mean, it's the first official ranking, so it's the actual rankings that matter. AP they no longer matter anymore. So, I know I don't think we had anything too prepared, but like if I had to say who's your top 4 going into December, going out of conference championship weekend, who would your top 4 be right now? Like if you going in through 8 games, 9 games for some teams, who would your top 4 be? Obviously, conference winners. So who would you have in the order?
Oregon's 1.
You think they're going to? But do you think they're going to finish 1? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked them to win it all.
Okay.
Oregon 1, Georgia 2, Miami 3, BYU 4.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I thought before this past weekend, I thought maybe Clemson would have a chance to sneak into the ACC and win that one, but Clemson looked bad this weekend. So,
I think Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten. I said they were going to lose in Eugene, and they were going to win in Indianapolis.
I don't think so.
Nice.
Mutual site, and they lost by 1 point in Eugene. And it's going to be. They should have lost Nebraska probably too.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think they should. Oh, Penn State will beat themselves early on in the game. Ohio State usually does that against Penn State. They usually wear them down towards the second half. Penn State can't win against Michigan and Ohio State. And probably Oregon, to be honest, too. You got to probably put down the 3 of them.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't trust Will Howard. He doesn't look too great.
Agreed.
I think that's true too, but I think that I think that they're going to win in Indian. It's the mutual site. I think that they are better if they're played in a mutual site environment. And
I mean, at least I don't know if y'all. I mean, at least for the SEC, I mean, these home field advantages have actually been a thing this year.
What?
Like,
Not.
No, because I mean, think Arkansas beat Tennessee in Arkansas.
I guess the only one that mattered then was
South
Texas,
Carolina. That's the only one that I was thinking about today was that really flip flopped because Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Was Tennessee
Bama lost to Vandy and Vandy.
But they lost to Tennessee as well. Did they lose in Tennessee? Or was that Bama?
I think it was in Tennessee because I think Tennessee stormed the field.
Okay. I honestly, I don't know, man.
South
I
Carolina and A&M.
South Carolina, dude, I was so close to going that game too. I should have went.
Fucking A&M was too hungover. Their Super Bowl rings for beating LSU.
They had to win that game because I mean they still have to play. They still have to play us, and I'm not sure if they have any tough games besides Texas.
Florida's taking Texas down.
Wade already told me, he's like, that's going to be a long weekend for me. Or like probably the first 3 hours is going to be really long on Saturday for the Bachelor weekend, Chris.
I just want to know what bar we're just going to camp out.
Yeah, I know. That's all you. Well, I say
a good slot of games.
I say we hit some moonshine distilleries, and then there's a couple out there I heard, and then we find a bar for the night.
It's not really moonshine distilleries. It's just bars.
I heard there's some good underground bars in there.
Well, let's find out. If we go do anything outside.
Are we still
do it early?
I know we're potentially trying to stay for that Sunday too, right? A little bit. I know not everyone that flew in can't do it, but if you're driving, I mean, you might be going back, huh?
I figured we'd wake up late and then go get some late breakfast, lunch.
I was thinking about staying another night.
Yeah, no, I'm coming home Sunday. We just got a fucking dog. I can't leave her. Another day. Yep.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Facebook.
Yep, just got a puppy. So
you and those dogs, man.
So can't leave her with 2 kids and a puppy.
Heck no.
Is that y'all's only dog?
Yep. And then not to mention I'm leaving her Thursday through Sunday that next weekend as well. So
for what? Drill?
Yeah. So
how come your drill is now, but then the other guy's drill is this week?
Because we're not in the same unit.
Yeah, but most.
What do you mean? You think the whole National Guard drills on the same weekend every?
Air Force Reserve and Guard, they usually do it all the same weekend. Like it's usually.
He lives in a different state. He lives in a different state.
But back to the college. I think that I'm still not impressed with Georgia. I know they beat us. I think we can still, because you usually learn more when you lose than when you win. I think if our offense can get going against them early on, I think we can beat Georgia. I really do. Now we need Isaiah Bond to get healthy. He got hurt against Georgia.
I mean, y'all got embarrassed though, so I don't know.
That's fine. I mean, really, Georgia was getting embarrassed by Alabama the whole game too. I mean, yeah, they came back, but they did the opposite of us. They actually came back in the second half, but they were getting clowned on against Georgia or against Alabama, who
in the second half, yeah.
In the second half, they came back, but Bama dominated that first half. It was like 30-0.
Yeah, in the first quarter, the first half, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think if we start off strong against Georgia, I think we can win. I mean, Beck has been turning the ball over left and right to every team. It's just
Beck's not good. Yes, I agree with that. Yes.
So I mean, and that's what killed us was our own turnovers killed us because Beck has been doing it all year. Quinn hasn't been turning the ball over all year besides the Georgia game. So, and Quinn, our Arch too had some bad plays, but I don't know. I think we was that Jake?
The best thing that Beck has going for him is he's dating one of those Cavender twins.
Dude, I don't know how he pulled that.
I don't either.
Was it you or Chris or Luke? One of y'all was like, "There's no way he's dating her." Luke, I think it was Luke that said,
I didn't. Well, I knew that. I knew they were talking a while ago, but I didn't think that they were still dating.
And Ferguson's dating the other one.
Dude, that's fucking.
It's that NIL money or something because I don't know how he pulled that.
There's no way it's NIL money because she probably has a shit ton of NIL money.
I know, right?
Yeah, they're
Because they
pretty,
both
like,
suck at basketball.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, or at least one of them does. I think one of them might be decent, but I think the other one's trash.
I couldn't tell you. I know that Miami made a run a couple of years ago when they were on the team. That's all.
But
They're still on the same team.
He's goofy as heck looking. It makes no sense.
Well, one went to TCU. I mean, now they're back to Miami.
That dude looks like a Walmart version of Desmond Ritter.
No, like if he wasn't on if he wasn't on a football team, I would easily say he has Down syndrome.
Right? Like he is.
It's
so
just something.
goofy.
It's just something with the eyes.
There's some bad photos because there's some photos he actually looks normal. I mean, I don't know what it is. There's some,
Well, the photos might be photoshopped because I see it live on Saturdays.
Right?
I mean,
You can't Photoshop those.
and like I said, and Jake Ferguson's dating the other one, so they're dating two football players, two soon-to-be NFL players because Beck will be in the NFL. And probably a first rounder or early second rounder.
Will he be in the NFL?
He'll be in the NFL. Someone will draft
He's
him.
gonna be backing up Derek Carr next year.
Yeah, he could be a Saint. He could be a Saint.
No, I'd die.
That might be the best thing for the Falcons. Have Georgia win the national championship. Beck gets hot, and the Saints overreact to pick him.
Oh my gosh!
Jake would be dying on this live stream that Thursday night in the first.
I'll have Mark's reaction when the Falcons picked Penix.
I don't know. That might be worse than you might have a worse reaction than me.
Shout out to Penix though, best quarterback so far in this draft class.
I was actually telling Riz last night. You know how funny it would be if when Penix does play and JJ plays that I think Paige needs help, dude.
No,
she's got a flashlight.
No, it's dark outside.
You don't have lights in the kitchen.
Stupid time change.
I know.
Well, anyways, I was thinking, how funny it'd be if JJ and Penix comes out and they outperform Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams is the worst quarterback. Hey, Doc's calling.
That'd be terrible.
Doc's calling. I wonder if he's okay. But, oh man, anything else you want to talk about? Anything from the weekend?
Look how cute this puppy is.
Oh, what's his name?
This puppy.
What's the name?
Nola.
Can that house be anything Ohio? Like anything in that house can't be Ohio?
The kids own some Ohio shit buried away somewhere.
Hey, I see you're wearing a Pelican shirt. How the Pels looking this year?
Injuries just like the Saints. So
yeah, Zion's hurt again, right? Dude's always.
I don't know if Zion's hurt.
I think he missed last night. I think.
Chris watches occasionally.
I do watch occasionally. I did watch both the Warriors games or Golden State.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we lost those. And then I stopped watching.
Yeah, back to back.
So
yeah.
So
with no Steph Curry.
yeah. So
Jake, you talked about the Ravens earlier, man. Should Derrick Henry be the number 2 candidate for the MVP? Should it be Lamar and Derrick Henry's 1 and 2, you think? Or
it should be, but they're not ever going to put a running back unless you do something absolutely crazy in consideration.
And what's crazy, the top 3 leading rushers of the year, all free agency signings.
Yeah, after everyone said that the running backs don't deserve to get paid, they finally showed up.
Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, by the way, crazy hurdle, and then
that was amazing.
that was crazy.
That was arguably better than the Garrett Wilson catch on Thursday night. Because, I've never seen a hurdle go backwards like that. That man hit a spin move and just hurdled.
He just jumped.
He said,
I saw – who was it? Someone said something smart that I agreed with. Who the heck was it? Oh, Chandler freaking Parsons, Cowboys on a stupid podcast. He was saying that he was just bashing the Giants of how he just screwed everyone in the NFL by letting Saquon Barkley go to the freaking Eagles. Gosh.
Yeah, that was a bad move.
I mean, it's the GM's fault for the Giants. He said on Hard Knocks, Jake, I know you don't watch that stuff, but he said that the Bears were driving the price up. The Eagles were out, and then he signed with the Eagles.
Yeah.
He signed with the Eagles pretty quick too.
Giants are idiots.
I mean, the owner is the idiot, and he wanted him, but he also wanted to pay Daniel Jones first. So, like, I mean, that's on the owner. Well, I mentioned Garrett Wilson. Was that catch the catch of the? Was that better than Odell's catch?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Me and Riz had that argument on.
It's not really an argument.
Well, he was saying if you watch the way that it was, because he actually was being yanked on as well, and he had to catch it with one hand and then tap it real quick at the back of the pylon. Like, he had no room for error. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a great catch. It's the catch of the year. I don't know. Odell was being yanked down at the same time with three fingers. Doc, we have not talked. Well, we talked a little AR.
We talked a little AR.
Jake was saying the AR might get traded in the offseason. I don't know if he gets traded. I think he stays. I don't know who's in it.
No, I think one more year.
What if he's
Because
traded
that'd be
tomorrow?
what, AR's third year?
Yeah, Doc. I mean, I think we all said that.
What did Nick call it?
I mean, I think, Doc, we all called that AR was not a good quarterback coming out of college.
Yeah. I hate him in Florida, so.
I mean, you draft a guy number one or first round that's only played 15 games as a starting quarterback.
And was
but he
trash
balled
at
out.
that.
But it balled out in the combine. So
Exactly. He had freak numbers as an athlete, not as a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone. I know Jake and Al. I know you guys weren't on the show yet, but Jake, I knew how you felt about AR.
Yeah.
I mean, the four of us, Chris, me, you, Doc, and Luke. I don't think any. I mean, I know we had AR getting drafted because obviously we knew someone was going to take a chance on him, but none of us were high on him coming out.
no, I mean, he sucked his 1 year he started at Florida. He put
It
up
was terrible.
good numbers in the combine. But
Yep.
I mean, what are those numbers for? He can only have one run and then he gets tired.
But and a side note, since we are watching the game, this Chiefs team, how are they 7-0, man? They are not that good.
Because their defense
You
typically
see those guys on the side? They're wearing the striped shirts.
Yeah, right.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
give them a lot of credit.
Yeah,
I feel like-
seriously.
I feel like the refs haven't been that big of an issue this year for the Chiefs.
No, I think the only big one would be that Bengals was a close call.
Falcons,
Yeah, Falcons also.
Remember, Luke was a little pissed off with the whole they kept calling legal formation, whatever. They stripped the guys of the best players of the Chiefs. I don't think the refs are helping unless you're saying the Ravens had bad calls against them, but the Ravens, man, they've been scary. I don't know. I think the Ravens, if they play the Chiefs tonight, I think the Ravens win. I mean,
Ravens spank them tonight.
and I know Luke mentioned I know Luke mentioned the Ravens' game plan is always changing in the playoffs. I think even if it does change, what does it matter? Because they have to respect Derrick Henry, so they're going to be pressuring the box. So then you have open space for Lamar like you're doing now, and if you give Lamar the respect to give Derrick Henry, run the ball down your throat.
Yeah, the problem is that playoff Lamar is completely different than regular season Lamar.
But he didn't have a Derrick Henry.
So stack the box.
But it's different when you were focused only on Lamar. Now they're focused on Derrick Henry and Lamar. You never had a Derrick Henry running the ball. You mentioned Saquon Barkley being a cheat code for the Eagles. Shame on the Dallas Cowboys, and they're the team that let Derrick Henry go to the Ravens.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same argument. We said that Lamar's not the same Lamar in the regular season to the playoff. You let him pass the ball. If you stack the ball or stack the box, you're taking away Derrick Henry and Lamar's run game.
Yeah, Lamar's
make him pass the ball. Make Lamar beat them through the air. That's what teams are going to do in the playoff.
That's what they're doing now, and no one's stopping them.
Because they're not playing anybody. They're not playing playoff teams.
Yeah.
I mean, they've looked good against the Chiefs.
Lamar's
we just shit on the Chiefs on how they're 7-0 right now.
But they're still a team, and they're probably going to have to play them. They played the Buffalo Bills. They dominate the Bills.
Okay,
And
and what do we
Mahomes will show up
say?
in the
What do
playoffs.
we say every year about the Chiefs? When do they start playing good football?
December,
Exactly.
January.
When it matters. When it matters.
And when does Lamar stop playing good football?
Doc
When
just
it
said
matters.
Doc
When
just said
it
Lamar.
matters.
Doc
When
just said,
it matters.
Yes,
look,
exactly.
Doc said Lamar will get better in the playoffs, and
Yeah, Lamar.
And Doc's fucking
not feeling
saying
good.
that
Doc's not feeling
because
good, remember?
Doc is saying that because fucking Luke's dick riding fucking the Bears right now.
they actually have to dick right him. And by the way, I know that Doc and Luke wanted to mention that whole like quarterbacks can't throw 40 plus times, it's not going to win. That's bullshit. I told Luke that separately because Luke was like, Luke didn't say it in that Discord chat, Jake, but he told me and Chris that I want a quarterback to throw 25 times a game. Let me know in the passing area when a team has made the Super Bowl with a quarterback throwing 25 times or less in a game on average.
It's not going to happen.
Even Jimmy G didn't do that. Jimmy G averaged 29 the year in 2019. Joe Flacco averaged 33.
Not in the playoffs, Jimmy.
Not in the playoffs, but you got to get to the playoffs first. So in the regular, I mentioned regular season. So teams in today's era, and he mentioned 2000 Ravens. I was like, 2000 Ravens is part of the old era. That's part of defensive run. If you're counting the passing era, no quarterback gets the Super Bowl. Even Russell Wilson in the second year with the Seahawks was not throwing the ball 25 times or less in the game. Like you have to throw the ball in today's game.
But until Lamar shows us otherwise, he can't be trusted in the playoffs. So I mean,
and I said the same thing to Luke last year. I said I'm admitting he's doing great now, but I want to see the playoffs. I think that this year is different because of the Derrick Henry factor. It changes everything.
You stack the box 100% in the playoffs, and you make Lamar beat you, and see what happens. 100%. And Lamar's Aaron Judge, so he don't show up when it matters.
Hey, Aaron Judge, I will say I agree with you there, but at least he showed up games 4 and 5 minus the fucking error he had.
He didn't show up as a captain.
He showed up for the Dodgers in Game 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Maybe Game 4.
Okay, don't nitpick Game 5 because of the one error. He also did make that crazy catch to center field before that, and he also did have a home run. So it's not he just had.
He's also the captain of the team. I wouldn't call that showing up. Would he have a hit? That's not showing up.
I mean,
what are you supposed to do?
That's showing up. So then they don't ever tell me if he shows up that he showed up because that's what he's supposed to do.
So if you get one hit, you get one hit in a game in a series, and that's called showing up.
I said games 4 and 5, he played good. He got on base like 4 or 5 times in the last 2 games.
Okay, are you paying him his money to get a hit?
Right. That's not showing.
Fucking paying him to make the plays he's supposed to make.
Yeah, and he didn't make the play in center field, but he made plays before that in the game. You act like that was the only bad. That one error was the only thing.
One error is what kickstarted everything.
No, it's what kickstarted, but there was ways to get around that. Yes. Did he have an error? Yes. Did Volpe have an error? Yes. Did the guy we paid, Garrett Cole, to make the pitches and field do the same thing? Yes.
And they say it in baseball that fucking it's contagious. Once something fucking.
Oh, Hobson.
Huge catch.
Did he bat 100 in the playoffs? Yes.
He batted more than 100. He batted like
what? Garbage.
I said he's A-Rod. I've already said he's the A-Rod of this Yankees.
No, he looked worse than A-Rod.
God, no, that's A-Rod typically in the playoffs. Hopkins had a crazy catch.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And I agree with Doc. You know, there's not many guys in the NFL that has postseason success. I mean, honestly, who's had postseason success consistently outside of Patrick Mahomes?
Brock Purdy.
No, he hasn't.
Brock Purdy until he faces the Chiefs.
Until he faces Mahomes.
Or the Eagles. Just gets hurt.
Oh, he destroyed his arm. That's not on him.
Man up.
Jeez.
Listen, the script wanted both Kelsey brothers in that Super Bowl, okay?
I know for sure, right?
I mean, we all rip Burrow, but Burrow gets the Super Bowl and the AFC Championship. Both years he's healthy.
So Burrow hasn't lost playoff games?
I mean, he's done better than pretty much almost everybody in the playoff sides, maybe Purdy and Mahomes. In the playoffs. I mean, he's won. That's what y'all like. Is that the winning stat, right? I mean, who else is beating Mahomes in the playoffs besides Brady?
Who is it?
It's your DoorDash. That's who it is.
They hate Burrow, Chris.
I know they hate Burr. They just have
I
to
mean,
win 7 out of the last 9. That's it.
Their schedule is actually very doable for that too.
Hey, they look good this weekend. So,
Hopkins touchdown.
Hopkins?
Yep.
yeah. Can you say shit 30 seconds after it goes on your
Yeah,
screen?
right.
How
You're
about
ahead
that
of
one?
us. Right?
Luke said, "Don't think Burrow's going to have any playoff success this season." I don't know, Luke, man. It's weird because, like Chris and Alan said, their schedule, the remaining of the season, is not that difficult.
Oh,
I
no.
think.
Their offense is
Listen,
playing good.
Bengals
listen.
are done.
I think fucking Joe and Lamar are gonna be sitting right next to each other in Cabo watching the Super Bowl. So, I mean,
Who said better postseason success?
Neither one's done it. What matters?
So no quarterback's good then.
I didn't say they weren't good.
Well, I mean,
I said neither one's done what matters.
I mean, Burrow's only played 2 healthy seasons. He's been to the Super Bowl one of those 2.
Oh,
Luke
man,
said Burrow
Hopkins.
beat it.
hey,
Burrow
I'd rather be chilling in Cabo 3 weeks earlier than
Wait,
almost get
instead
it
waste-
again.
Then wasting my time in the playoffs.
Maybe get
Lamar can maybe go text Joe when he has to take a shit during the game.
I don't know, man. I really think that they're doable. And I know this is the weekly time we talk about it, but do we think that the New York Jets can maybe win some games because their schedule doesn't look that challenging as well? I mean, their schedule is – I think they can get 10 wins. I don't know if it's going to be enough with the playoffs, though, with the other teams that are surrounding them.
I have to look up their schedule.
It's just the fact that the Broncos and the Chargers, they're there. I think the Bengals' schedule is very easy. The Steelers and Ravens are both probably going to make the playoffs. Actually, let's talk about that.
Such a dog shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was just getting that weekly conversation. So if I had to ask you guys who's going to win the AFC North right now, who would win, the Steelers or the Ravens? Like, who do you have your money on finishing the season out as AFC North champions?
Maybe the Steelers. Just because I think they're all around a team. I mean,
I think their schedule's easier too.
I mean, the schedule's easier. They also have a pass defense, which the Ravens don't have.
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited.
I don't know, Doc. Chris is doing better in pick'ems lately than you. If I'm not mistaken. I have the receipts right here.
Yeah, Doc.
So
go fucking take a nap.
Let me recap.
Take a nap.
Week 8, Chris was 12-4. Doc was 10-6. Chris was also 8-8 against the spread. Doc was 5-11. And right now, Chris,
who's leading?
9 wins.
And the only way for you is down. Go take a nap.
Chris, Doc's gonna beat you this week. As of right now, Jake, through 8 weeks, Doc's at 83-40. You're at 80-43. I'm at 78-45. Luke's at 74-49. Alan 72-51, and Chris is catching Alan. He's at 70-53. And you're only 1 behind Doc against the spread going into this week. Doc had a very poor week against the spread in week 8.
You can't let Alan beat you in picks. That'd be pretty bad.
You see how Doc's trying to fucking suck off Luke right now? So he doesn't attack him next week also?
I mean, I agree. I mean, Doc does it to himself. I mean, he does all this shit talking at 1:00 p.m. before the Bears can play a game, and he does it to himself. I mean, I don't know what more to say. I mean, talk a little early there, and then when your team starts to do bad, and all of a sudden you go radio silent because it's your daily nap time, and I mean, it's a bad look, That's all. Well,
Yep.
I mean, Luke or Doc, you can't be on the Ravens because they've been doing good. I mean, I don't know how you can come at the Ravens, even if they lose. Like, even when they lost to the Browns, it wasn't like it was a bad game. I guess you could blame the defense, but like, what are you going to say? I mean, you haven't been on the Ravens in a while. You were shitting last week against the Browns. My phone was blowing up in Tampa Bay. I kept looking at my phone. It's just Doc ripping the fucking Ravens.
But no, now they're gonna fucking go to the Super Bowl. So
I already answered that, Doc. Listening is key.
Yeah.
Not just reading.
yeah,
Listening is key.
listening.
Let me
is
say
key.
it one more time. Doc, you got 83 wins to 40 losses. Chris has got 70 wins to 53 losses. He can catch you still. He's only 13 behind. Week by week, he's got to chip away.
Now let's talk about what we were actually talking about and not fucking wins and losses. About how the Steelers have a better shot at winning the division than the Ravens.
Yeah, I really think that the Steelers, because I mean, Lamar's kryptonite also is the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the worst team he plays against. I think the Steelers defense is arguably the best defense in the NFL.
It's the two P words, Pittsburgh and playoffs.
Oh, we didn't say that. We're talking about who's going to win the division. That's all we're asking.
You said Lamar's kryptonite. I said it's the two P's.
Oh,
Pittsburgh
yeah.
and the playoffs.
Yeah, there you go. My bad. Misheard that. I don't know, Luke, but yeah, their schedule, you don't think it's hard, but look at how they're playing. Their defense is balling out. The run game is getting going. Russell actually looks competent. Not saying he looks like Seattle.
Hey, compare Lamar's MVP this year stats compared to Russell Wilson's stats.
What are you talking about?
I sent it on Instagram. The comparison of both their stats so far.
I don't know, man.
They're very similar. Very similar numbers.
Let's read the Steelers' schedule real quick, Chris, while Jake is doing his thing real quick. All right, so here we go, right? Steelers. All right, so they're 6-2 at the moment. They play the Commanders in Washington this week. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to win. Comments from the two peanut gallery guys?
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Steelers play the Commanders in Washington.
I
can see the Steelers.
I mean, I can, but I mean, that game really is a 50-50 toss-up. But yes, they could win that game, yes.
Then they host the Ravens. It's in Pittsburgh.
They're probably taking an L there, but maybe Pittsburgh will pull it off.
I mean, like I mentioned, Lamar struggles against Pittsburgh. And it's in Pittsburgh. Then they play the Browns in Cleveland.
Yeah, they'll beat them.
Okay, they play at the Bengals. That might go either way, honestly, too.
No, Steelers are winning that easily.
Then they play the Browns again at home.
Dub.
And then they go to Philly.
Yeah.
And then they go back to Baltimore. Host the Chiefs. Host the Bengals.
Man,
you can literally see them going 13-4, 12-5 with that schedule. And then the Ravens are already at 6-3. They play the Bengals this week. We already mentioned the Steelers. They have to go to the Chargers, play the Eagles at home, play the Giants on the road, play the Steelers at home, go to the Texans, host the Browns.
Is there any other receivers on the market? I mean, Steelers almost had a deal done for Kirk before he got hurt. Steelers want another receiver. Do we think they give another receiver?
Would they go maybe an aging Adam Thielen or I don't know any other receivers that are on the market. That's the thing.
I know. That's what I'm trying to think because Steelers want a receiver bad. They've wanted one for a while.
Oh, here goes Doc now. He's back on the Ravens trash wagon. I don't know. I don't know if they're beating the Steelers, man. The Steelers.
He must have said it's not even worth it anymore.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here comes Luke. Luke's back on the Bears of trash wagon.
Here we go.
This game, though, boys, 10-7. What was that, Jake?
I was gonna say which one of them goes ghost first. Which one goes take a nap?
Luke won't. Luke's always fired up, ready to go. It's Doc. You got to watch out. He's probably driving right now. He's probably listening and driving. This game, though, boys, 10-7, minute 50-ish left.
Ooh.
Oh, that was almost blocked.
You think the Bucks can pull it out? They're playing decent ball or defensive wise to keep them in this game.
No.
Oh, look, there's Oos from Uche, whatever, from the Patriots.
From the Patriots.
They just give them away. Just here you go. Here you go, Lamar. Or here you go, Mahomes and Andy.
What a joke.
Here goes Doc and Luke now. But tomorrow, boys, we won't be on. So we're gonna be off. Election night. Everyone's gotta watch this, 20-hour marathon. Won't know until the morning anyways, but we gotta watch the coverage so see who is leading before we go to sleep. Am I wrong? Is that what we're doing tomorrow?
Yeah, we're all gonna be waiting on Pennsylvania. It looks like.
Is that who it is?
They're saying Pennsylvania could take a while.
Pennsylvania, and I don't remember last year, but I know in 2020 that was the state. Like I went to sleep because I was living in New Jersey, so I was close to it. And when I woke up, it was like they said Trump won Pennsylvania. It was like a big, obviously that was one of the big swings, and they took a little while, but it finished in the morning. The whole election was done by the morning.
They've been campaigning in Pennsylvania the last few days like crazy, I think.
We can have a watch party for the election. That'll be fun.
I'm passing on that one. Not a good idea for my job, my career field. I'm good. Last thing I need is Doc to say something stupid, and then gotta cancel it, or just pause it, or just end it right now.
You'll have to put it on a delay. So you can
Wednesday though. Yeah, this stream that night that me and Luke recorded when Chris, you helped me out late, fucking sat on here for like 20 minutes with nothing being played. I had to delete the stream real quick and re-pick it back up.
If one of the candidates win, I'm moving to Hawaii.
So Doc says he's bringing it. Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
That was the dude from the Miami Heat. Freaking idiot.
Doc says he's bringing it Wednesday.
If Trump wins, I'm moving to Hawaii. What an idiot.
Yeah, Doc, if it's a flag, just leave it behind, man. We don't
leave it behind.
We don't need that intention, man. But yeah, Wednesday we'll be back literally for the previewing week 10 of college football. Chris, we might be watching a little bit of week 10 in Gatlinburg. You know what I mean?
We're gonna watch a lot of it.
We will have the Germany game on.
Yeah.
Sunday morning.
For
Giants
NFL, yeah.
You excited for that one?
Super excited.
You think
I'm sure.
Think Carolina can get another coach fired?
Carolina's not firing their coach.
No, you think they can get Daboll fired?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think New York has a understanding with Daboll that Daniel Jones sucks.
Agreed.
Hey.
I think there's a fine example.
And they've obviously the record doesn't show it, but they've looked better than I expected them to look.
Shout out to Daniel Jones though with the shoulder.
They got some young talent. They got some studs in that defense. I think Tracy's actually a legit running back.
They had the most sacks in the NFL too as a team. Yeah,
Giants have impressed, not record-wise, but they've impressed. They got some talent there to build around for sure. I think
the problem though is that Daniel Jones has shown some small flashes here and there playing good.
Yeah, he's garbage.
Oh, I think he's garbage. Don't get me wrong. But if you actually watch him play, he's actually made some good plays out there. And I feel like that's going to keep the Giants wanting him more and more. And guys like Chris, who are fucking closet Giants fans and supports him. He doesn't want to say it on here, but he does.
Yep.
Supports the Giants.
I love Daniel Jones.
And he ran that boy over on the Commanders though this weekend.
Daniel Jones or Derek Carr?
Fuck, dude. Put the fucking defensive tackle in that I told Mark earlier. Put Saunders in at quarterback.
Have Kurt Sutton at quarterback.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, Doc. It's easy.
Not even that. Just fuck it, dude. Pull them all out and just Put Taysom Hill back in at quarterback, dude.
Doc said Daniel Jones all day. Shout out to Derek Carr for getting Dennis Allen fired, though, for the second time in his career.
I know, big fucking shout out to him. They had a big parade in the city. Sent y'all a Twitter thing.
Was that
about
real?
It. Yeah.
I saw that, yeah.
I have another buddy who's a Saints fan, Chris, I went to tech school with, and he said the same thing you said, but he put on Facebook. He said, Dennis Allen better not be on the plane riding back home. He was so pissed.
Well, I mean, the only thing that was saving his fucking job before was defense. And now he's fucking...
Luke said Derek Carr throwing up hospital balls.
He did. Fucking Olave did get fucking smacked.
Michael
Jordan Poole hit a 3 and pointed at Draymond.
The Saints are the first. What? The Saints are the first thing that happened in Nola since Katrina.
He probably meant the worst thing.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
No, he probably meant the worst thing. I don't
Luke's probably a little drunk. Has a little bit of drinks in him. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Doc that said it. Never mind. I'm sorry, Luke.
Dog.
There you go, Doc. What are you watching here, boys?
But you know what? I mean, I would rather fucking suck and have a lot of fucking shitty players on the team than suck and have a lot of good players on the team and still suck and not have an excuse for it.
Oh, Kelsey fumbled.
That was terrible. I had to hold my reaction in. Right in front of your girlfriend, dude.
This is huge because they could double down right here.
I would love for a Baker touchdown here. Just
Doc, what's the excuse?
Is it
the excuse?
Is this it for Kelsey this season?
No, it's already. Jake, do I have to tell you the full script for this already? I've said it so many times to people. Do you need to hear the script from the NFL?
He looks washed.
Yeah, but there's a script though. Okay.
What? He's gonna go off in the playoffs?
No. So what happens is this: they win this year. He proposes at the Super Bowl float or whatever, the podium, and then next year they're having marital problems after they get married in the summer, and then they announce that she's pregnant next year in the Super Bowl. They win that, and then the next year he wins for his child, and then he retires, and then they get an open relationship with the Mahomes, and they're all dating each other. So that Taylor Swift's still sticking around for years.
The worst script. That's the worst script I've ever heard in my life.
It's not. I mean, it keeps the Taylor Swift storyline still going.
I would not subscribe to that.
Well,
yeah, for real.
I'd be fucking Schefter watching on meth streams.
You're already subscribed. You already have YouTube TV.
I don't have YouTube TV. I don't pay for it.
Oh.
I'm a parasite.
Ticket? You pay for the ticket?
Nope, don't pay for shit. I just am lucky enough to live close to Daddy A.
You don't have to live close to him. You have to live close to him. Jake and me share YouTube.
Yeah, right.
But I don't have to go through the annoying fucking getting him to log in once in a while to reset my fucking verification of where I live.
Oh, yeah. Takes like 30 seconds though.
All right, Doc, we won't read that one out loud, so thanks for that comment.
Yep. Go ahead and just delete that one.
Can't delete it, but I won't show it and I won't say it. I don't know, so we didn't say anything. But
I support whoever my commander-in-chief is.
Doc, I'm not going to say wrong or right. I'm just not saying. I'm just not going to read it.
Out of bounds?
Yeah, back to the game, Chris. Yeah, I think that was out of bounds.
Hey, this could be a huge drive for Tampa here because you can double down.
Yeah.
Ball after half. At least get a field goal out of this.
Well, they have 2 timeouts. They can take a couple deep shots.
It's 3rd down right now. Well, you're ahead of us, so now you know that it's 1st down. So
It's
right.
it's not 1st down.
Oh, it's a
Flag.
Hold it.
I think the problem is when you're on YouTube TV on your phone and tablet, it's slower than your TV version. Because my tablet, Yeah, when I'm
I'm
on
on
my tablet, I'm like
yeah.
I'm like 5 to 7 seconds short or a lot behind my TV.
Yeah. I'm on my iPad.
Does Todd Bowles get fired? Do you think this year? If he doesn't do it, I mean, I know he's got kind of a pass now with Godwin and Evans. Do you think he would get fired?
No, because they looked pretty good before the injuries.
No, they don't fire him.
I feel bad.
No.
I mean, as much as I don't want the Bucks to be good, Doc, we're not playing this game, dude. Like,
I don't care who wins tomorrow. I just hope the United States has fun. I hope both teams have fun. I don't care who wins. I just hope there's not any riots.
Before, during, or after.
I love how Luke and Doc are like over here breaking it down. I did actually do my first. I actually did. I did do my first vote. I did do my first voting in a poll. The other years I did the absentee ballot.
How do you feel?
It felt different. It felt different. I had to copy my signature on my ID card because it's so shit. So my signature sucks, and they were like, "Oh no, that's not going to work." I was like, "What do you mean? Like your signature has to literally match your ID?" I was like, "Oh god damn, this sucks." Like,
I'll tell you off air, Doc. But hopefully,
hey, Doc, why don't you tell us why you're not here
again.
tonight? Doc, why don't you tell us why you're not here tonight? Since you want to ask all these questions. Let's throw business out here. Let's throw personal business out here.
His fucking heart couldn't handle watching FSU this year.
Yeah,
That's
speaking of FSU, hey Doc, Willie Taggart never went 1-7. Just throwing that out there.
But I also saw that he never got a chance to go 1-7.
Yeah, he did. He coached many. He coached a couple of years. What was the year he got fired? What was he at then?
I don't know. I just saw fucking a comment on the Facebook.
He never went 1-7 though. That's the truth. Okay.
You know what the worst part is though is that they can't even do anything about Mike Norvell.
They had to buy him out. No, Doc, you're a Florida State fan, man. We got to talk all our teams. We mentioned Florida, we mentioned LSU, we mentioned Texas tonight. Luke's not on, so he hasn't really talked.
Correct.
Hey, good observation there, Luke.
Correct, Luke.
Very good observation there, Luke.
Yeah.
And it's not the guys holding the ball either. Not that one.
I mean, that color. There's a color there. Doc, if you look at the sideline, you'll see those guys with that.
The guys holding like the chain on shit like that. Use your eyes.
But they're not playing though. The key words were playing tonight. That
is true.
So
drop the key, Mark. Drop the key.
Hey, reading is
key.
Let me go on YouTube and comment that real quick. So it shows up. Let me put that key. Put that key in there.
There it is.
Always gotta have that key. That key. Hey,
my freaking computer won't let me comment on there. It's so annoying.
You can't comment. Well, why don't you just put YouTube up and boost our numbers up and then comment that way? There you go. Doc's got 4 keys.
He has 4 keys.
I think he's understanding.
Use one of them.
Yeah, use that, Doc. You still have 3 keys left. Keys are unlimited though in this chat. Luke did say
Unlimited.
He's going to win the AFC North. You know why, Chris?
Because he's unlimited. I have been missing the Subway. I have been missing the Subway commercials.
What? You have a hat the same color?
Hat the same color.
Do I
have a red hat? I don't think I have.
Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Censor.
Dude, you can't be doing that. Yeah, Doc. He works for that former group that group that used to work at Universal Studio. There's 3 of them. You know what I mean? I think now they're in Vegas.
Vegas.
Boys, it's the halftime. I think this is it, right? I think we're going to call it tonight.
Yep. It was a good first half.
This wasn't one of our best watch-along episodes, but it was just good getting back in here, having some fun.
Yeah, just bullshit, you know?
Yeah. I don't know what Jake's doing over here, but
Jake's fucking watching videos live.
I'm trying to comment. I'm on YouTube. It's us.
Yeah, I know. I keep mine up. Look, I'm watching Jake. I see now it's delayed by like 10 seconds. Here's Jake pulling his phone up YouTube. But we're back Wednesday. I think Doc's going to be in. It sounds like Doc's live. Chris, I don't know about you. Jake, I know Wednesdays is a little rough for you, so I'm not anticipating you being there. But we will have our picks here. We will talk NFL. We will react to the college football playoff rankings. I'm pretty sure the top 4, top 5 is going to be the same as it is now. AP. It should be most likely Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami, Texas. I don't think it's going to change anyway from the AP poll. But boys, I hope you guys have a great night tomorrow. I hope you guys have some entertainment. Hope you guys have fun watching what you're watching. And here we go, boys. Buckle up. Tomorrow's going to be a fun night. Chris, I saw what you just texted, so I don't know why you had to put it in Discord instead of on.
I can't say it right now. Yeah, I can't say that.
Oh. Yeah, so I'm Mark Davis. That's Chris Meinhardt. That's Jake Winnicott. Shout out to Luke and Doc. We'll be back Wednesday night here to talk a little bit of NFL, a little bit of college football. Boys, hope you guys have a great night. Anything you guys have to say?
Nope.
All right. This is All the Balls Podcast. Good night. We are out.